Huh.
Hello there. Tonight's shave, we're going to be shaving with a 1975 Gillette Tech. This is has the aluminum handle. I like the design of this the design on this handle. I don't know if it has any kind of special name or anything like that, but I really like it. It's different than any of the other techs that I have. The base plate is a stamped metal. I'm inclined to think it is steel, but it may be brass. I don't believe it's aluminum. The cap is either aluminum or Zamac. I don't believe that it's brass. But anyway, it's very lightweight, much lighter than most of the other techs that I have. It's a bit head heavy, which I like. We'll talk more about it. I've got it loaded with the venerable Astra SP, which is one of my very favorite blades. Nothing fancy, just a really good workhorse blade. And tonight we're going to be using, again, Strop Shop's Date Night. And I'm going to be lathering that with my V-Long 12601. I love this soap. I really appreciate Emmanuel sending it to me. It has, like I've said before, it has that sort of modern type of scent, a modern cologne type of scent. And it just nice and fresh and light, you know. It's a scent that I love. I think that, or that's a scent profile that I love. I like a lot of vintage, you would call them, the old school standby kind of aftershaves, Brood and Old Spice and Pinard Clubman, Barbasol, that kind of deal. But when it comes to eau de toilettes and colognes, I like the newer, more modern scents a lot. I don't have a lot of them because, to be honest with you, many of them, you know, $35 and $40 for a cologne, you know, I better pick one. You know what I mean? Because that's too much money for me to spend. So I picked one, Swiss Army. It's a wonderful scent, a modern type of light kind of scent. And that's the one I use. But I like that scent. If I'm going to wear a cologne. Now, I've got some other colognes and eau de toilettes, but most of them are things like Halston Z14 and Stetson and things like that. They're older types of scents, and of course, I reckon Swiss Army's kind of old. But it's in that light, modern type of scent. I think a lot of times they're called aquatic type scents or whatever. I like that kind of scent profile in an eau de toilette or a cologne. And the Date Night has got a wonderful take on that. And I really like this brush. The more that I use it, the more that I like it. It lathers really well. It feels good on the face. I mean, there's a bit of scratch to it, and if I was to do circular motions, then there probably would be more scratch in it. Excuse me a minute. But I don't face lather. I'll bowl lather. I don't. As long as you go in different directions, you're gonna lift the hairs anyway. You don't have to do all this scrubby kind of stuff to lift your hairs up and get the shaving cream wrapped around it and pushing it up and stuff for the razor to cut. I can move back and forth and do the same thing. But anyway, I don't do the circular motions. I don't need them because I'm bowl lather and I'm not building lather on my face. I'm just working the lather into my whiskers. So that's one of the reasons I really like Pure Badger brushes a lot, because they're economical, and many of them do a really good job, especially with creams. But I lather hard soaps with them just fine, even though a lot of the Pure Badger brushes are, the loft's a little higher on them, and they don't always have a lot of backbone. But they, you don't really, I know everybody says it, but it's not been my experience. Unless we're talking about a particularly hard puck of soap. It's not been my experience that I need a lot of backbone to lather a puck of soap. And they do just fine. And they feel wonderfully soft with a painting stroke. And they're economical. And the horsehair brushes, seem to kind of be in that vein for me. And so, that's my take on it. Anyway, what I think. And you have to understand, and always remember, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a guy that's, been doing this for 50 or 60 years. Now, that guy's going to have a lot of experience, and it would be wise to pay attention to what it is that he says. Because he's liable to have run into a lot more things than I have. But a lot of shaving, a ton of shaving, it's just going to be either some guy's opinion or it's going to be what works for them. And it might be absolute dead on a fact for them. But when you start shaving your face, it might be completely opposite. That's the deal. That's the deal with shaving. And so when I tell you something, you need to take it with the big fat proverbial grain of salt. Because what I'm telling you, and pretty much what most guys that are doing this are telling you, is what they've experienced. Now, as regards this razor, this is probably, in my opinion, for me, the best tech shave I've had. I think the light handle and being slightly head heavy kind of gives this razor a bit of aggressiveness. Another tech like that, it's very similar to it. It's the bakelite handle tech. There's even more weight on the end of this handle, or at the end of this head rather. And this razor shaves very much, these two razors shave very much alike. They really do. Because they are very much similar in weight and in balance. And so the balance of that weight is toward the head. And I love the thing. It gives me wonderfully smooth, comfortable shaves, and it gives them to me in that really familiar tech fashion where you know, okay, this razor is going to shave well, and it's going to be mild. It's not going to tear my face up. You know, unless I'm stupid with not paying attention to my technique or paying attention to the shave at hand, or if I put a blade that's been used past its prime or something like that, unless I do something like that, it's going to be a nice, smooth, nick-free experience. That's for me. I mean, yeah. Do I still nick myself with mild razors? Sometimes. But most of the time, no matter what razor I'm using, 90% of the time, if I nick myself, it's my fault. I wasn't paying attention. Or I moved my hand a certain way, or with me, sometimes I have trimmers and it will move that razor in a direction that it really shouldn't have gone, and it'll cut me. But that's not the razor's fault. It's not the blade's fault. It's not the soap's fault. It's Mike Baker's fault. But this razor is absolutely lovely. Like I said, the balance is more toward the head, so if you run across one, recognize, that it's going to have a balance that's more toward the head. But that's an absolutely lovely razor. I look at the tech sometimes and the way it was designed, and the tech, I hope I don't insult anybody, but to me this is what I believe. And I'm sure somebody out there who has studied Gillette razors and stuff like that can tell me whether I'm right or wrong. But I think the tech was Gillette's way of being able to really ramp up stamping out a lot of razors really fast, that they could make inexpensively and give away, because they gave away their razors with their blades and stuff like that all the time. And the thing of it is, I mean, it's stamped metal, the base plate, and it's a simple 3-piece design. But the thing of it is a lot of times simple is one of the best things you could do. And one of the best things Gillette ever did was keep it really simple and create the tag. You know, it's a wonderful razor. Anyway, Arlen Payne, one of my viewers and subscribers, sent me a little sample bottle of Florida water. And from what I've read from some material he sent me as well, this is one of the oldest American aftershaves that we have. It's almost like what they old-fashioned people would call a liniment. You know, it's almost like I liken it to things like, the guy that would come to the village in the covered wagon, and they called him the snake oil salesman, because he had this elixir, and you put it in anything, put it on anything, clean anything with it, it was magic. Well, this Florida water has a ton of uses. I'm just going to read off of some of this. Is something I think he got off the internet, but look, it's this is Murray and Landman's Florida water. You add it to the bath or the wash basin. Use it after the shower as a rub down, an astringent or skin lotion, a personal deodorant, a sick room deodorant, rub down for the sick, before shaving, after shaving, insect bites, as a perfume, a rub down after exercise, use it in the hair, soothes an itching scalp. I don't know how true all of this is. He said his wife puts it in the mop water and it makes his whole house smell good. But I don't know about all those different uses for it. What I do know is that I really like this. It's, to me, and I don't know, some people might argue with me, but to me this is almost barbershoppy. It's got a clove note, heavy on the clove note, and heavy cinnamon note. But it also, to me, I can smell kind of like that hair tonic-y kind of scent under it all. That just, that reminds me of a barbershop. And so, but I like it. It's probably an acquired taste. I don't know for some people, and some people might not like it at all, but I think it's a wonderful scent. Feels good on the face. And Arlen, thanks for sending it, because I'm definitely going to use it. I like it a lot. I think it would probably go with a lot of different things too. So, all right, that's the shave. Thank you for joining me. Once again, I really appreciate my subscribers and those that view me. Don't forget I have that straight razor giveaway to do 2 more days. Thursday's the last day. If you're not a subscriber and you haven't subscribed and signed up for that giveaway, look it up on my pages or on my YouTube page, and you'll find it. It's a straight razor giveaway. If you'd like a chance to win it, subscribe and post time in on that YouTube video. So, all right. God bless you. Thank you for watching me and being part of my shave. Date night's wonderful. V-Long 12601 1975 Gillette Tech with Astra SP. All right, and Florida water. God bless you, and thank you. Later.
Huh.